Stuff.
Welcome into another edition of Things and Stuff. And today we're going to get into this right here, Funko Pop, Superman the movie, 1978, Christopher Reeve, and The Fortress of Solitude. Big fan of that movie. I grew up on it. And for me personally, Christopher Reeve is my favorite Superman. And I kind of set the bar for all Superman movies with this. This is the one that I feel like every movie could be judged by. Maybe that's not fair, but for me personally, it's my favorite, and he's my favorite actor to play him. Depending on what era you came up in, you might have a different take on who's your favorite and all that in this. It's just my personal favorite. It's who I grew up with. I'm old, so therefore I like the older 1978 one. So I wanted this 78 toy. Long story short, I got a gift card from Amazon and I looked on there because I was in a Superman mode. Like the new movie's out, let me go get something Superman related. And I came across this and I was like, you know what? Done deal. The gift card paid for most of it. Had to throw a few extra dollars in there, but for the most part, no problem. This one was on there and I was like, I kind of want it. I need it. You don't really need it, but you got to have another Funko Pop. I have too many of these things already, but doesn't hurt to add one more until I add another one. So let's go ahead and get into this. I will say that I did see the new movie. I do like it. There's a couple things that were hard to follow for me, but for the most part, I really did enjoy the new movie. And I felt like the main thing they got right was they got the tone correct. Because you want to have Superman have like a certain vibe and feeling. And I feel like we've gotten away from that with the last few movies. And I think this time they got the tone correct and you kind of felt like this is how Superman would be and act. And it just felt more like the character I read in books and saw in movies prior to the more recent stuff. So definitely a fan of it. Don't want to get into too much of a spoiler review on it. I just definitely endorse it and everybody go out there, go check it out. I can't lie. This is still my favorite. I can't get over that. By the way, let me drink some of my lemon water in my Superman cup before we get going here. As I've been doing my last videos as well, is I try to decorate the background with something related to the subject matter. So here we've got a comic book Superman Confidential #1, 2007, signed by Tim Sale, who I met at a comic book convention here in Chicago some years back. He passed away recently, so and I saw when I was going through my comic books and I ran across this one, I was like, oh man, I definitely want to shout out Tim Sale. So let me pull out this issue, and I love the cover. He did a great job with it. Another comic book I have out here, for obvious reasons, is the Action Comics one with the Fortress of Solitude in the background, and it's signed by Gail Simone, who's the writer of that book. She's a great writer of comic books. She's done also Wonder Woman and other books like that. And yeah, I met her at might have been the same convention for all I know. Been to a lot of them, so it's all kind of as I get older, I'm starting to forget which ones which ones I met at which. But and last but definitely not least, I recently came across this book here. I haven't read it, so don't ask me what's in it because I haven't had a chance to get into it. But it's a Golden Age book of DC Comics and specifically Superman on the cover here. So I thought it made a cool background to have here just to kind of make it a very Superman orientated video. So let's go ahead, stop bantering on, and open this thing up and see what we got here from this Funko Pop Superman the movie, Funko Pop Fortress of Solitude. Let's go ahead and check this thing out. Yeah, the cool thing about opening these boxes from Funko is that they're reusable. As long as you're not a diseased maniac, you should be able to open these up without destroying the cover of the box and all the plastic that holds it all together. So as long as you're fairly careful with it, you won't crease it or anything, you should be good. Unlike other things, you try to open up other figures and stuff, you end up wrecking the whole thing, taking it apart, and you kind of feel bad that you even opened it in the first place. But this one, you open it right back in, and it's like nothing ever happened. So here we go. This looks pretty damn awesome. This is pretty great. So he's standing, obviously, on the Fortress of Solitude snow ice bank here at the crystals, and then he's holding the green one there. It's almost like that's his remote control. Hey, get Kal-El. Get Clark the old clicker there. He wants to watch videos on YouTube. So this is basically what that was. If you remember the movie, he puts them in there, and it turns on videos from his parents talking about Krypton and what they want from him and what he should expect here on Earth. And the new movie plays on that quite a bit too. So it definitely ties into the new movie because they use the Fortress of Solitude as a big part of the storyline. So, but you can see it's got the classic Superman look. He's got the S curl, just like Christopher Reeve had in the movie. In the new movie, the new guy, he doesn't really have the same kind of hair. They kind of got rid of the S curl. He's more of like a more modern haircut. you know, the costume is obviously more of that throwback. The S on the new costume obviously is a little bit different as well. I think it's even a darker shade of blue than the blue you got here. And you check out the back, he's got the cape, you got the S logo, and this is pretty awesome. It's a Funko Pop, but it looks like Christopher Reeve. I feel like I'm looking at a Christopher Reeve Funko Pop here. This is pretty awesome. Oh, the head moves. There you go. So I didn't know that before. Let's watch it snap off. No, it's this is pretty cool, man. Inside the box, I saw there's like a background card. So let's see what that is. Yeah, this is a kind of got like clouds and a big crystal rainbow lightning thing. There you go. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Definitely gets my endorsement. I would say go ahead and grab yourself one if you've were on the fence about getting it. I'm sure Amazon is not the only place that sells these. You can probably wait a little while till the Superman craze dies down. Maybe you'll find one at GameStop for 15 bucks or something. But this one ran 29 bucks on Amazon. Easy buy because I had a gift card that paid for a majority of it, so it wasn't too hard for me to say yes to it. Like I said, I wanted something Superman related, so I came across it and I'm like, you know what? Let me get it. And I love Funko Pops. I got a ton of these damn things, and this is now another one added to the collection. And Fortress of Solitude is something that I used to call my bachelor pad when I was, single. Not that it was a fortress because I was alone and I could buy stupid stuff like this. And now I got to ask the wife, is it cool? She's like, you need another one of those things? I'm like, well, yeah, kind of. So, so this is some people buy a lot of stupid stuff that they have to explain to their spouses. This is one of the things that's in my category of things I waste money on. But this is pretty awesome. So if you're a fan of the 1978 movie, I think you will like this. I definitely think this is worth the 25, 30 bucks that it costs. And as I said, wait a little while, it'll probably be cheaper. Probably find it for less. But this is pretty cool. I'm glad I got it. It's definitely easily one of my favorite Funko Pops that I have. Definitely hit a like and subscribe and all that. Comment below if you have any questions about this Funko Pop. If you want me to do more Superman content, I got plenty of other Superman stuff I can do. But definitely hit me up in the comments if you have any questions about this. And I'm definitely a fan of this. I'm not sure I'm gonna put this back in the box. I might keep it out. Oh, speaking of the box, before I go, let's probably look at the back of it. Generally, whenever they release something, there's a set. So you can see you got the Fortress here. Now you got the Jor-El, Marlon Brando, Lois Lane, who was played by Margot Kidder, and of course Lex Luthor, Gene Hackman. Unfortunately, it's pretty sad to say that all of them have passed, Gene Hackman being the most recent. So this makes me feel really old and kind of sad to see that none of these actors are still alive. I like the Lex one. He's holding the Krypton necklace, the one he puts over Superman's head, to stop him from getting those missiles from breaking California off, so he can buy the land. They call it what the heck did he call it? Lex Land or something. I'm trying to remember what it was called in the movie. But here you go. That's my look at the Funko Pop Superman Fortress of Solitude. And if you're a Christopher Reeve fan, you'll definitely get a kick out of this. And go check out the new movie. It's great. Uh, Definitely a fan of Superman once again. Good to see he's back. Hopefully we'll get more Superman content in this channel and, of course, new great movies and stuff as well. All right, thanks for checking out the Superman review here.